Hello everyone, and welcome to another Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer race tonight between Nuclear Reaction and Zemoo. Now, they are both in Group A of the group stage. Nuke's currently 1-2 record, Zemoo 0-2. Battling it out here. Try and get that last spot in the brackets from this group. And we are off.
Indeed, looks like they're both starting off with the water medallion. Hello, I'm Worm, as you can see on the screen. My partner over here is Engel. Water medallion here. Ooh, hammer.
It's a truth and hammer.
Yeah, it's going to be... These settings are really interesting because you really don't know what are the important dungeons you have to complete. I guess that's technically true for even the 6 medallion ones, but it's even more true here because the 3 stones unlock Ganon's castle, and so you really do want to prioritize getting those done if you can. So, yeah. I assume that most players have been doing the same routes of, finishing up the Kokiri Forest that they can, and then heading out and doing ZL. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're going to see here if they both choose to leave Kokiri Forest coming out of the sword check, or perhaps one decides to go Deku Tree early. They didn't get a ton of rupees, so Zemoo leaving. We'll see Nukes probably follow.
Yeah, Nukes is following. This makes sense to me. Low rupee count. I think even if you have a lot of rupees, it's certainly fine to leave and come back, because you almost always want to come back regardless.
Yeah, most players save Deku Tree for when they're finishing up the 3-song route. You come back, Lost Woods, get your song, beat Deku Tree if it's required, maybe tip it if it's not. So, we're off through the field.
Yeah, with Hammer, they might both elect to go adults earlier than normal in order to get more of the bomb checks done. And but yeah, we'll see exactly what they do. Colossus right hand, Deku Shield.
Yeah, so that is the child side hand gonna be dead.
Yeah, well, ZL could have Requiem, then they can try to go get it, I guess. Team never buy a shield. I actually have bought a shield in every single one of my races for this tournament, so I am certainly on team buy a shield. So it looks like it's going to be fast castle here for Zemoo.
And Nukes is choosing to go Gerudo Valley instead.
Yep, so we have our first split. Usually when you do the fast castle here, you leave GV for really late in the game, so we'll see if that comes back to bite Zemoo.
Yeah, Zemoo potentially playing to see if there's a Baron hint for Gerudo Valley. But on the other side, if there's something good there, Nukes will have it quite a bit earlier. Got a nice little job by Zemoo getting the rupees as the bridge goes up. Making it just in time to the market. That is the other risk you do with that route, is it's a very tight timing to make it before the bridge closes on you. So that could be a consideration for nukes not wanting to chance it if your movement's slightly off.
Yeah, you have more time because neither of them did Deku. Deku's going to set the time to noon, while leaving immediately sets the time to... Or your time is at 10 a.m. So nothing here. We'll see what the hint is, and the Zemoo. Bottom of the well. Baron, okay.
Yeah, that could be a big hint, getting that there, depending on where the other is.
Yep, and depending on what song they get. 40 Skulls is dead over in Zemoo. I can't do that trick that Zemoo just did. The sightline is a little shorter when it's nighttime for those guards, but you do need to do a jump to avoid getting seen. Water Temple River Chest is strength.
Yeah, and Nuke's just staying on that for a minute to... That's not a hint you want to see there.
Yeah, given that Ganon's castle does open up after 3 stones, gold gauntlets, there's 8 checks behind light trials, so...
Yeah, and
good.
Even potentially for Spirit Temple, if that's one of our required dungeons.
Right.
We may be making an awful dip out there. Another benefit here to Nukes' route is she is able to get the Scarecrow song set up. This child, Zemoo, with the tight timer, couldn't get over that.
Yep. No Deku sticks, so Zemoo is going to have to push these boxes in order to get in, but not that big of a deal. And this also made sense because Zemoo didn't even have enough rupees in order to do the fishing game, although would have gotten enough from the box in GB.
But there's our Song of Time, so
yep,
we're getting the pieces to get to that river.
Yeah, River Chest is going to require ZL, Song of Time, and Bow. I had a seed where I didn't have Bow, and I defeated Dark Link and stared down at the target and thought to myself, "Oh, I can't do this."
Oh, Zemoo having a little trouble with the blue rupee there. He's just gonna try again. Nukes here also looks like she's really valuing getting some hints early. Gonna go to the back of the lake here.
Yep. This timing it's not too bad. You're gonna get 2 hints back here that most runners don't try to go get.
There's the other bottom of the well hint. So
that is something that Zemoo is not going to see for a very, very long time.
Yeah, Death Mountain Trail Way of the Hero, 50 Skulls dead. The other repeats. So yeah, if we get storms early, that could be bad for Zemoo. He might choose to go to the well off of that, whereas Nuke's seeing these kind of really out of the way hints. No, she can avoid that. And
Market Way of the Hero, okay. I mean, most of the time you're checking market, but that could be interesting if the lens of truth that they both have come into play.
Yeah, yeah. If we get magic, I think we'll see nukes. Definitely check that relatively quickly.
So farming the chains, nothing too crazy. Gonna go Lon. There could have been an option here again to go earlier adults, but
I wouldn't take the early adult play with hammer. To also look at what stones and medallions you need. As we've seen nukes, also just making it in time to market.
But didn't get to farm the chains, but
No, a little miss up, but there's a box up here with 20 rupees if she wants that real quick.
That's true. And there's nothing at night that it's having a little trouble with Richard here.
Richard doesn't want to go home. He says, "I want to play with my friends."
And there we go. Yeah, so nothing at night really to do except the treasure chest game, which you still need magic for. Treasure chest game, as we all know, is a scam, which is why it only opens at night. And yep, checking the hints here. So they both know now that DMT is Way the Hero. And then, yeah, 40 and 50 skulls are dead, and the Colossus hint. So, 2 Way the Heroes, 1 Baron. The Baron only known by one of the players. Sirius.
Yeah, Saria's gives us logical access to Forest Temple, some checks in Lost Woods, and Corn City if we get Lullaby.
Yeah, not a great song to see here because most of these runners are able to skip Mido guarding the entrance to the Forest Temple.
For sure. I think you'd much rather have seen a Warp Song there.
Right, yes, exactly. Yeah, Warp Song is... So yeah, two non-Warp songs is 1/3 of the way to Frogs 2, which is on in these settings. Oh, and the toilet is dead, okay.
Well, it's a key, so may or may not come into play. As Zemoo's gonna save quit back to Kakiri Forest. Probably opt into the Deku Tree at this point.
Yeah, that seems reasonable, especially with no Warp Song. You know, save quit puts you right in front of the Deku Tree, so might as well do it. And then I assume it'll be a trip into... Oh, kind of not great on rupees. We'll see how. I guess it's just a shield and 2 sticks. Oh, they already have 6 sticks. Got it. Lost a little audio there, but we're back. Checking hints over here in the Deku Tree.
Yeah, we'll see if Nukes chooses to follow the same standard 3-song route here, or if she wants to take that hammer and go early adult. Personally, I would be very tempted to go early adult here.
Same. Yeah, having the hammer.
But Frogs 2 is dead.
Frogs 2 is dead. Okay. Yeah, she's cleaning up Market because she knows that Market is away the hero. No bombs though, so can't do bomb shoe bowling. And then the only other Market check would be Big Pose.
We'd have Lens Game, Big Pose, Bomb Chew Bowling. One of them's gonna have something for our runners. And Nukes looks like she's going adult here.
Yeah.
Or at least checking to see if Deku is a stone.
Right. Although Stone Deku, well, right.
Well, you want it to be stone in these.
You do want it to be stone. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not checking it. I guess gonna.
She's going. No. We are checking it. What do we got? Spirit Temple. So we're gonna need 2 strengths. Possibly the one in the river. Shadow and water.
Ooh,
those are some tough dungeons to have as your stones. We probably not getting to Ganon's very early here.
No, doesn't seem like it.
The slight benefit that water is one of our required dungeons here is that it makes it a little less painful if you need to go get that strength there.
Right, and you have the hammer, so you have an easy way to kill Darklink.
And we saw on Zemoo's side a slingshot, almost in the vanilla spot there.
Ooh, so yeah, Deku is
not necessarily needed, no. So we'll see if Zemoo gets anything useful out of it.
So Jabu Forest, Water Shadow Spirit. That sounds like literally the worst dungeon that could have been chosen.
No. Those are the best. Those are the best for everyone watching. It's gonna be great.
All right. That's a recipe for a very, very long seed.
But Nuke's here straight away, making use of the hammer.
Sacred Forest, Meadow Foolish. Okay, so that's both of the songs over there. Although the songs could still. Oh my god,
Magic. That's your Lens Game now. If she wants to go back at some point.
That's right. So, unfortunately, seeing Sacred Forest Meadow be foolish doesn't help you in the sense that you know there's not an item that's progression, but there could be a song that can save you a lot of time.
Yeah, the songs are probably going to be like Serenade or
Bolero.
Prelude, Bolero.
Yeah.
Some kind of combination of those.
Right, and both of all 3 of the songs that we just mentioned save you a ton of time if you go get them.
Mm-hmm. So our runners are still going to want to grab those for sure.
Right, so it stops one check, which is the grotto over there. Although, interestingly enough, if you get storms over there, then it actually also barons bottom of the well, and so the bottom of the well baron could be completely a useless hint if you knew that Sacred Forest Meadow was barren and you got storms. So that's an interesting wrinkle that our runners might run into.
And Empress with the question about hints being refactored or not. I'm honestly not 100% on the code behind for these hints for songs.
But I don't. This is played via the standard settings, so I'm pretty sure the hints are just pretty normal. Bo, Wow.
Nukes is just rolling in items.
Yeah, really good. So she's got bow, hammer.
Yeah, so what Ampharos is saying, I think the hints in these settings work that way. I think it will be Serenade and Prelude.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hmm. It's always nice to have some devs and such in the chat to help out.
All right. Shooting in maturity.
A moment of truth on Deku Tree because we've only got Slingshot so far from it.
Nothing.
Nothing. So unless that Slingshot is very needed, we're not looking too good on that side there. Now there could be something on Target in the Woods, or that could help us in Child Spirit early on, so we'll see how that plays out.
Right. Neither of them have seen Requiem yet, though, so...
Yeah, and we know we're not getting it up on Saria's, so it's...
Yep, so both of the runners going pretty different routes here. There's going to be a convergence because obviously all of these areas are pretty, you know, check dense. Bolero, okay.
And Spirit Temple Way of the Hero, another nice hint to find early.
That is very good. So Fire Temple is in play. Not that many hearts, so probably...
Ooh, another interesting hint. Sorry to interrupt. 30 skulls, the bomb bag.
30 skulls, the bomb bag.
I think our runners are going to hope for a different bomb bag or maybe some chews. So we already got hammer.
Right, there's one check in the Fire Temple that's going to require, or possibly two checks in the Fire Temple that are going to require bombs. And Skull Kid has just a heart. Checking the top of Graveyard. Heart
Just
piece.
a heart piece, yeah.
Target in the Woods. Survey says. Another heart piece.
Yeah, so early Slingshot not paying out yet. Deku Tree kind of a bust.
So let's think about what's next for both of these runners. I think Zemoo probably is going to go check Sacred Forest Meadow and then head adult.
Yeah, luckily for Zemoo here, whether he gets Prelude or Serenade, it's going to work out nicely for allowing him to get back adult quickly off of this.
Right. Yep. As a child, you can take Owl from Lake Hylia, which you already saw from both of these runners, and then obviously Prelude warp directly into the Temple of Time. And Dompe's got
Mirror Shield. All right, well, we needed that one. Team never buy a shield for nukes there.
That's right. Got both Deku and the Mirror Shields. We'll need to be a little careful with the Deku Shield because you can't equip Mirror Shield as a child, but otherwise it is A-okay. So here I would probably have just played Bolero. Oh, actually, I guess that's not true because you don't have hook shot.
Yeah,
So once
she
you
has,
play
she
Bolero,
has
you're
no hook
stuck.
shot or hovers. Yeah, she would be stuck depending on what song she gets.
Right.
So
So
I
just
like
heading
this
up
play of
the
running up.
Infinity Forest. Yep. You
Good.
can kill Link the Goron with
Ooh,
just the
Requiem hint
bow.
though. Oh, that hint, you hate to see it.
Yep.
Our runners are gonna really hope they don't need to go child side here, because that would be our version of all dungeons. You need forest, fire, and water medallions to get that one.
That's right, Burning Cack. Which, you're right. Well, it wouldn't need to be all dungeons for nukes because nukes can just skip Deku. If you wanna be Galaxy Brain Gamer, skipping Deku here is not is not that crazy. Although you would need to see the hint. We'll see if nukes can go over there with the bow.
Mhm.
Doesn't have Saria, so would have to do Mido skip. But again, all of that is certainly doable.
So Zemoo did get a very nice hint, potentially. Storms in Ice Cavern, meaning he's probably not going to go out there. You'd really be hurting for items if you're going to make that play.
Wow, Nuke's going into DC here. No strength, no bombs. So just dipping it, I guess.
Yeah, she has a bow. She could,
So she doesn't know that it's all dungeons, is that correct?
well, she hasn't seen the Burning Kakariko hint, and I mean, even if you see that, you're still hoping to avoid it by just going adult side.
Sure. Although it's a 50-50 proposition, so
Right.
I feel like if I saw that hint, I would be trying to clear these dungeons. But that's fine. I mean, a few checks here and
These are some early easy checks she can grab.
right.
It's similar to going to the Deku tree before you know what the stone and medallion layout is. These are low sphere checks that oftentimes pay out for you. And Nuke's here carefully making the bow shots to lower the stairs.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice getting out of logic a little bit, but our runners don't entirely care about logic.
Nope. Not in a race like this. As long as you're not cheating. Going out of logic is fair game. The only downside of going out of logic is keeping track of what is in logic and what's not, especially for Way of the Heroes and such. So if you get a Way of the Hero, it might point to something like Bomb Bag. And then, if you go out of logic and find a Bomb Bag, then that Way the Hero might throw you for a loop.
For sure, but Nukes has seen the 30 skull hint. She knows there is a bomb bag available in the world to her. It's not easy to grab, but...
Right. Yep. So Zemoo going adult. Once again, not checking the pedestal.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine as long as he checks it adult side.
Sure.
Doesn't really matter which stone is which as long as you know the 3 that are, in fact, stones.
Correct. That's right. Yeah, the only things that matter are from a medallion, forest medallion, and then water medallion and fire medallion.
Yep, so he's gonna get his dungeon layout here. Probably follow Nukes on over to Kakariko Graveyard area.
Yep, be sad about the dungeon layout.
But just as Deku Tree didn't really pay out for him, Dodongo's not really paying out for Nukes here. So far, nothing with 2 checks left she can do here.
That's right. She can at least raise the platform so that she doesn't have to go through this rigmarole again.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing but clearing half the dungeon, still fine. Oh, one more check, right? The end of the bridge in Dodongo's with the hammer.
The scale,
scale.
right? That's not nothing.
That's not nothing. Well, that's an out of logic silver scale, though. So
Yeah, but only slightly out of logic.
sure.
So,
Oh, right, because technically the bomb bag is in logic from a game perspective.
yeah, we're not too far out of logic here. And that will make things a lot nicer for her to move between Lost Woods. You know,
Yeah,
river, lake, yeah.
Domain and such. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know that 30 skulls are quite obtainable with what she has yet, but she's very close, so...
It's obtainable in the sense, well, because we know what Zemoo has, it's obtainable, right?
Yeah, Zemoo has a bottle, yeah. So she's very close either way.
Ooh, Zemoo going to Zora's River. I haven't really quite seen this. I wonder if this is a Day of Time play. But getting to see 3 checks.
Oh, and there's the other bomb bag, so,
right. So
we're not going to need the 30.
Yep. Dongers is completable now.
And Goron Tunic.
That means that fire is completable. So probably fire is the best play at the moment.
And Light Arrow. Wow. Goron City Maze having all the items.
Indeed.
So yeah, Tunic, bombs, bow, hammer, you've got everything you need to full clear fire, except she has yet to get her Pierre song finished up, so that's the one check she would not be able to do.
Ooh, missing Link the Goron. She has bombs. She could just go... Oh, just gonna go check the Medi Goron.
Yeah.
Fine. Totally fine. So yeah, so fire, completable.
There's the other spirit way of the hero hint.
Well, there could be more than 2.
There could be more, but at least she's seen one now, so both players knowing they need something in there.
Yep.
Ooh, a little... Oh, she got him.
Wait, she doesn't have fire arrows.
No, she has regular arrows.
Yeah, well, no, she has the lights.
And lights, yeah. The tracker should show light arrows.
No worries there. We'll get that fixed. Yeah, so fire is completable, which is good.
Well, yeah, completable minus 1 check, which you hope to not need.
Right. And then we also now know that 30 Skulls is dead. So it's only 10 and 20 now in play.
Yeah, very nice. She won't have to worry about collecting them so thoroughly. Just get the ones on her way.
Yep. Gonna check Crater. Again, she can go to fire because she does have... Oh, no ZL, that's interesting. But she has...
She has Bolero, so...
Bolero.
Yeah, I would expect going up here, get these 2 checks, and then maybe using the Bolero to get over there.
Right, and there's also 2 hints up here. She's been pretty good on checking all these hints. Lake Hylia.
There's a foolish.
So.
Oh, and hook shot.
Hook shot. That puts forest into play.
Yeah, well, we still need some strengths, but
Need some strength. Need Jabu items, which would be the Rang and Rudo's Letter. And then either, so you need the long shot, and then either another scale or Iron Boots, and then also all of the items for Shadow Temple. But that does put a lot of dungeons in play, and going into forests, a dungeon that you basically need to do all the checks in anyway, is pretty good. So dungeon diving at this point, especially for nukes, is probably a great idea. She's gonna come and check Bolero's song and then probably head into Fire Temple if I had to guess.
yeah, we get Eponas, so now we're able to get out to GTG, out to Spirit Temple. It's interesting. She could have chosen to go up to Lost Woods.
Right, and then gone into forest instead. But she's here, so.
Yeah, the thought here is, I think we would like her to get the Scarecrow song completed, just in case, but...
Right, because we know that the song is... Wait, does... Sorry has had Serenade.
Yeah, Sorry has had Serenade, so it would be Prelude.
Prelude. That's right. Which in this situation wouldn't really help her. Still gonna get this Skaluda.
Yep, just gonna get the ones on her way as the like.
Yep, so the like and randomizer, unlike in vanilla, does not eat your tunic. I don't know, does it eat your mirror shield?
No, it will only eat the Hylian.
Got it. Okay, but it would eat your tunic. So.
Oh, and SpeedGaming 4 rating us. Welcome everybody. We're about a half hour, 40 minutes underway of this Ocarina of Time Randomizer race between Nuclear Reaction and Zemoo. And I'd say Nukes has a slight lead, having skipped Deku Tree, which didn't really give us anything. But it's still pretty close game right now.
Yeah, and she has no reason right now to backtrack to Deku. So, especially if she continues to get Way of the Hero items, that Deku really could come back and haunt Zemoo. Although the hints haven't really helped Nukes that much, but it's fine. Oh no, they both do have the magic, so they also know that they're missing a Market Way of the Hero. Oh, actually, yeah. Zemoo doesn't know about Market Way of the Hero, I don't think.
I think, yeah, I don't think, because it was on the back of the lake.
That's right.
So only Nukes has seen that.
Right.
And
so that's one item.
But Nukes here could full clear market. She has bombs, she has the lens with magic, and she has Eponas. So whenever she chooses to, she can go figure that Way the Hero out for us.
Sure. And that's probably, well, if I was a betting person, that's probably going to be after Forest. Because Forest is just a hop skip away. going
It
through
is,
the
but
city.
again, she has no strength, so we'll see if she wants to dip it or...
Right. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, could certainly be strength over there. She's coming up on needing strength here in fire, but you can go out of logic by doing a ground jump. So I assume she's going to elect to do that.
Mhm. Yeah, and Ampharos is correct. We are Iron Boots or possibly Gold Scale and Long Shot away from being able to go grab one of our strengths.
Haha, that's right. The river chest.
Zemoo making the same play as Nukes here, going into Dodongos with the hammer.
Right. We know that the bomb bag is in the maze, so looks like, yeah, Zemoo is just following right behind Nukes here.
Mm-hmm. And Nuke's 3 keys already in fire. She's gonna keep heading upward.
Yep, heading up into upper fire. Good thing we grabbed the tunic. Otherwise, it's a bit of a dicey proposition with 5 hearts. Uh-oh. Hope those keys don't come back to haunt her.
Yeah, those keys always quite annoying in this room. If you
Yeah.
trigger them to start flying around, they will try and knock
bump
you
you
off
off,
this block. Yeah.
Here we go, Zemoo trying to do the trick and gets it done. No problems.
Yeah, so for anyone newer to Ocarina of Time randomizers, we do like to talk about logic, being in it,
No strength!
being out of it. She's got the bomb jump. But so what Zemoo did, technically out of logic, the game wants you to have bomb bag or strength for those bomb flowers. We can get around it with the bow.
Alright, Nukes does successfully do the ground jump. Ground jump has you essentially storing your grab on A, and then when you do a backflip, Link simply does a jump instead.
One of the few tricks that are allowed in this mostly glitchless rule set. Usually if it's allowed, there's a harder glitchless strategy you can do. So ground jump, simple enough.
Money! So big items for I guess for both players here, because Zemoo is just behind Nukes. It's going to be strength, I think, is the biggest one. For Nukes, oh, right, the silver scale is right here. So either a progressive scale or irons, which will get you strength. And then the other 2 dungeons, you're gonna need a whole bunch of items. You're gonna need Dins and hovers for Shadow, and for Jabu, you're gonna need the Rang and Rudos. Bit of a scary room here. If you fall down, you will go to the large main room and then have to take the block back up. So without hover boots, gotta be pretty careful in that room. More keys.
Yeah, I'm sure Nuke's not entirely thrilled this dungeon, making her work for the boss key here.
I'm gonna have to watch out for the next room. 2 hearts, got some flaming skulls that could troll you. At least doesn't take damage from just standing in the fire for a little bit because of the tunic.
Oh, so Nuke's making sure to dodge that Scully boy.
Oh, missing Link the Goron. Sad times. Grabbing that heart for safety. I approve.
Yeah, this is, again, where Nukes might start getting a little nervous as she stands under the spot where Pierre is.
That's right.
Running lower and lower on checks here.
At least if she full clears and is missing a key, she would be able to figure that out. But yeah, for now, it looms. It's gonna be interesting to see what Zemoo does here, because Zemoo has Serenade, and so Zemoo could
Grab the song
instead of playing
and...
Boleros, Zemoo could play Serenade, get Scarecrow, and then immediately play Boleros, and it wouldn't waste that much time.
Yeah, I think if you're Zemoo here having your Serenade, that is for sure the play to make sure you can full clear fire and not get key locked or have the boss key unfortunately be there potentially. So
right, yeah, backtracking into fire is, you feel pretty bad doing it, so it would definitely make sense. Zemoo breaking some rocks with the Master Sword, doing some power crouch stabs. So how that works is if you swing your hammer and then do power crouch stab, it's going to take the properties of that hammer swing. So that's what's going on there.
yeah, we're very close to being stuck in fire here. We need this next check for Nukes to pay out. I suppose she can get the chest coming up here, and then she can also keep going to the flare dancers at the top.
Yep.
So
Well, she has a hammer, so she can also do the Song of Time check as well. So 3 more checks.
that is true. She can get in and play the song. So as long as it's not on Pierre, she should be okay here.
More keys. Uh-oh. Zemoo playing,
Zemoo headed straight in. No, he's gonna get the song first.
Eponas? Okay, so going to be aware of this Pierre shenanigan.
Nukes with the nice back walk to get around the firewall.
Alright, so Zemoo, unfortunately, not doing it. Not getting Pierre. But could be fine. But it also could have put him quite a bit ahead if it is on Pierre, because not backtracking all the way up here, especially without Feoras, it does take a couple of minutes at least. Maybe a minute. Key!
All right. We're down to the 50-50. It's either all the way up top or on Pierre.
on Pierre.
Yeah, there's also another big point here for Zemoo. He actually didn't go up and grab that hook shot.
Oh, I see. Zemoo no hook shot, so Pierre does not help him.
No, so it's a little unfortunate on his routing to not clear the top of Crater before going in, but Nuke's here gonna show us pretty soon whether we're chasing down Pierre or not.
Yeah, unfortunately, she does not have Serenade, so she doesn't have a very easy way to get over there except by playing or by using Epona. Although with Epona, she can also grab the Poe. Well, no, she doesn't have a bottle, so.
Yeah, she doesn't have the bottle actually yet. She can do a few of the South Hyrule field checks potentially on her way along.
Take a quick peek at the Tektite Grotto. All right, here we go. So, besides even, where the boss key is, no items from Fire Temple. It's obviously a required dungeon, so that's fine, but that means no progression and knowledge of some of the other things that you have to do. Again, Forest is not... Right, she can't clear Forest because no strength. So it'll be interesting as to what she does next. Maybe you do Way of the Hero. Mark.
I think she might lean towards going Child, clearing Bombshoe Bowling, Lens Game, possibly continuing on the 3-song route. She might, dip Deku off of this.
Sure. Oh, there's boss key. Lucky.
Lucked out on the 50-50.
That said, I think Pierre have an item here, right?
I think so. She has 2 keys already.
Yeah. We'll see what Volvagia has.
Yeah, but both runners here are going to be skipping the Pierre check. So we'll keep that in mind for much later in the feed if it comes up.
That's right. Much, much later. Going to have to do a bit of a trick here. She was all the way up there, so she could have just used the hammer, right?
Yeah, she could have potentially hammered the... But this jump isn't too terrible. You just situate yourself in the corner.
Yeah, you have to hug the wall here and you get a little bit extra height. Nuke's having some trouble, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually, allowing Zemoo to catch up a little. So yeah, and the miscellaneous checks also could give you iron boots or the gold scale. Up, finally made it up.
Yep, finally angled it a little more to the left there to get the proper height.
And we'll see whether we get a quick kill on Volvagia here. Neither players have bomb shoes, but you can do some bomb drops. 2-3-3 on the bomb drops. Or you can also do a 2-cycle with the bow. So no quick on Volvagia with bombs. We'll see if she opts to use the bow here. Nope. Just hanging off the edge, and Volvagia will quickly go back down. Lavagia dropping some rocks. So, do you remember where Zemoo got the bottle? I believe it was in Lost Woods. I wonder if Nukes does go the Lost Woods route. She can find the bottle and then do big pose.
Yeah, I think it was either Lost Woods or River, potentially.
Business scrub near forest entrance.
Well, thanks to our tracker, 5D.
So yeah, that would be certainly a fine play. Get the song, which we know is Prelude. Get the bottle, play Prelude, and then clear market. So could opt to do that. Obviously, you also don't have Minuet, so going over there would require you to go over there again. But there's plenty of checks that you can do in the Lost Woods with the hammer, so.
Right, yeah, well, we're still not entirely sure we're going to need Forest. It's...
Right, sure. That. Yeah. The 50-50 on Spirit Key.
Yeah, although it's a little worse than the 50-50, I would say, considering we have Spirit Temple Way of the Hero. That's a little scary to see for our runners. That you could either get key locked or you could have an important item out there on child side.
Right. Both runners here also. Oh, actually, an interesting little wrinkle that we haven't talked about. Both runners can get to Spirit Temple and get the Spirit Song. So Requiem could be vanilla.
Well, no, Requiem is on Burning Kakariko. We had the hint.
Right. Requiem's on Burning Kak. Well, ZL could be on Requiem.
We still don't know where Lullaby is.
Right. And
we know
and
a few spots it's not.
Logically, both runners. Oh no, you can't get over there because no hover boots and no long shot. But
it's still out of logic. But they could make the play. Right. Alternatively, Forest Medallion could be what gives us our Lullaby.
Yep.
We are going to need it one way or another for Shadow here. And Nuke's looking like going back into Dodongos, making the kind of all dungeons play here.
Yep. Gonna miss the platform here, I believe.
Just missed the cycle.
Bemo's trolling. Uh-oh. Have a heart. Yeah, and I mean, at this point, you still are going to want to clear as much of the seed as you can because of how many items you're missing. Just to roll them off. Rudos. 2 strengths at least. Hovers. Either iron or scale. And the Rang and long shot. So, quite a number of items you still need in order to finish the seed.
Yeah, Zemoo trying to get through the firewall there, does it with the side hop. A few ways you can get by that. Backwalking side hop, or even rolling at the right angle.
Ooh!
Nukes, no. The keys.
Indeed. Keys in that room very commonly hit you.
Oh,
Could have
they
grabbed
always hit,
a
yeah.
hunting finger from a pot in the back there.
Yeah, there's a fairy in the back there, but...
But not that much time lost. You just re-enter through the mouth, so it's all good. Happens to the best of us. At least it's not quad damage. And those keys do a full 4 hearts. Or 2 hearts, sorry.
Yeah, so it'll be curious to see where Nukes chooses to go from here. I would have expected her to go straight to Lost Woods out of Fire if she was making that play.
Right. Yeah, seems more reasonable now to maybe just reset and head back, skip the song.
Yeah, she may elect to be going back Child to full clear Lost Woods that way.
Yep, she has the bombs, so can certainly do that. Right, and clearing the dongos here does give you an extra song. Here we go. What does the king have? Zemoo also realizing that he's got a 50-50 here.
He's already gone up to the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, he routed it kind of backwards from what Nukes did.
Yeah.
But his route, nice here.
Arm
He
bracelet.
just,
Nice
yeah.
bracelet.
It's a big pickup for Nukes. Zemoo.
Yeah.
Zemoo using the hammer to knock the block straight down. Pretty good routing by him there.
Yep. We'll see whether Zemoo does some Volvagia quick kill tricks here.
But yeah, now strength off of the king is a very big pickup. If you are playing for the songs off of, beating Forest for Forest Medallion and burning Kakariko, very tempting to just go there right now, I would say.
Yeah, this could end up working out though. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, sure. So, playing Epona's. Well, what? Maybe just doing field checks.
Yeah, she might be just getting some field checks out of the way first. Again, she does not have the bottle that Zemoo has for the big pose.
Okay, Zemoo doing some bow. It looks like it's going to be a cycle up. Whoa, I didn't even know that you could slash there.
Yep.
Pretty good. Yep, looks like Nuke's clearing out some Hyrule field checks. Again, there's plenty of items that you still need, so... And it's going to be interesting to see what Zemoo does here, whether or not he decides to follow Nukes into
back into Dodongers. Yeah, back into Dodongos or not. That could be big here because, again, we know the king has a strength, the river chest in water has a strength. We need 2 out of 3.
At least.
At least, yeah, so... So if he doesn't grab that one off of King Dodongo for a while, and perhaps the third one's buried a bit, that could be pretty bad for him.
Is Zemoo getting...
It's like he might set up his Pierre here and do some field checks of his own.
Yeah, maybe. Sadly, Zemoo... So Zemoo's got a little bit of a tough time ahead because he skipped upper DMC, Death Mountain Crater, which had the hook shot.
Yeah,
and he also is skipping Dodongo's cavern. Knows about the strength in the river. But yeah, that's two very, very key items that he must get to complete this seed. So
yeah, for sure. Leaving from fire without hitting up top of crater, not getting his hook shot, not getting the strength off the king yet. Say Nukes has a pretty good lead right now. As she goes back child, she's going to try and find our market way of the hero here on Bombchu Bowling.
Yep. Let's see what prizes await.
Nothing on the first game. Yeah, our dungeon layout, for those just joining in, not great. Especially when we know...
She said no.
Oh, she said no. Not good.
Alright, well, I guess that's fine.
But especially when we know Burning Kakariko has our Requiem.
That's right.
And Forest Medallion, we're not sure where Lullaby is yet, so... the odds...
Time of day set really well, so it does need to be nighttime for you to do treasure chest game because it's a scam. Oh,
didn't wait quite long enough.
Early.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see the Forest play pretty soon, based on still needing a Lullaby and potentially needing Requiem.
Right. Yep, the only question is whether or not Nukes decides to clear Deku. Probably not a priority for Nukes. We know, because Zemoo did it, that it is basically completely blank.
Yeah, just a slingshot in there. And the question in chat, Ocarina of Time song, I don't believe we've seen a hint for that yet. The song hint that's always there now in these settings is the Burning Cack song, as opposed to the Ocarina song, so we may not see that.
Indeed, Baron Light Medallion. Feels good.
Yeah, it's a sometimes hint, so yeah, we might see it, we might not. We've seen a lot of the hints so far.
All right,
and moment of truth here. Long shot.
Okay, so
now we're gold scale or iron boots, and we can.
Gold scale or iron boots. This is second strength. So
second strength
or
beating water.
Oh, reset. So this is going to be a Deku play, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame her for wanting to go Deku Tree if she does that, but you know, we have extra knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna get the two hints over there.
She might choose just to go Lost Woods, which we'll see.
Find some sticks. I'm pretty sure she has the shield. Okay, yeah, buying some sticks. Makes sense to me.
An interesting play here from Zemoo, going out already to Gerudo.
Yeah, no strengths. Oh, Zemoo didn't do either of all three of the Gerudo Valley checks. So
he's not done any of those yet, but
we know they're blank, sadly. Zemoo can do shooting. Can do GTG. Would have to do it hookshotless and strengthless.
yeah, it's not great to do it strengthless, but he could do the hookshot-less. He might be just pushing the song out here on Requiem.
On Requiem, right.
Because, so we need Nocturne, we need Lullaby to beat Shadow. We know it's not in Ice Cavern. That's the Song of Storms.
Yep. Pretty tough though, going all the way out there and knowing that you really don't want to see Requiem. Or you really don't want to be forced to do Burning Cack in order to get Requiem, is what I mean to say.
Yeah, but here, I think... Well, I guess the only thing you're hoping for is straight up Lullaby out here in the Requiem check, which you'd hope you get Lullaby leading into Nocturne in the graveyard?
Sure.
Because otherwise, you're likely to have it straight up on one of them on Forest Medallion.
Yeah. Although, again, even... Wait, was that Temple of Time Way of the Hero? Did we
that was Spirit Temple again.
Spirit Temple,
Zemoo saw that one earlier. Yeah, Nuke skipped Deku Tree here. Good play by her, it looks like.
Yep. Oh, not enough money. Can't do the scrub. Sad times. And she doesn't have the slingshot, which was in Deku, so just gonna play songs with some friends over here. Looks like Zemoo is in fact doing archery minigame. Let's see what we get here. But what I was saying before is, even with this, I think there's no possible way that this doesn't end up being a backtrack for Zemoo, given what we know about the seed.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, we know he's not going to be getting Requiem. He knows that, I believe, as well. So...
Not.
Again, I think best you're hoping for on Requiem check would be Lullaby, and then getting Nocturne in the graveyard. But that still leaves you having to come back out to complete Spirit.
Yeah, and the Requiem doesn't technically do anything really for you right now because no Dins, no hover boots.
So, yeah, I'm not sure he'll even go out for the song yet. This might just be the Fortress and GGG play. Hoping to get a hook shot out here, or strength, perhaps.
Right, and we know there's no hook shot out here, so that is pretty sad. Also, there's no strength out here either.
And yeah, August, if that was another spirit hint in the grotto, then that would be the third.
Right, that would be the third spirit,
which would make it double way.
Right, and that makes Requiem on Burning Cack even scarier.
Mm-hmm. I think for sure pushing Forest is what I would be very inclined to do right now in this seed.
Right. So the saddest song to see here would be Minuet, right?
Well, we know this is gonna be Serenade here and
no, I meant
out Requiem.
Yeah, on Requiem.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
because we don't know what OOT is. Oh wait, can OOT be lullaby?
No, it cannot because Shadow
Right,
is
it
a
can't be
stone.
lullaby because spirit. Well, is that true?
Because Shadow's a stone, you need Lullaby for the boat.
Shadow, right.
So, yeah, again, this is just kind of unfortunate for Zemoo, though, that he skipped the top of Crater, which has his hook shot, and unfortunately,
And skip the dongo.
the early Dodongo's play, not going back, it's kind of pushed him out here into GTG looking for some of these items.
Yeah, Nukes, I think, is in a pretty sizable lead at this point. Especially if she continues to skip Deku, which would be very prudent.
I mean, it looks like she's going to because she already went around, grabbed the hints, and didn't go in.
Right.
So now we're seeing a river play from her, which is good. In this child pass, you'd like to kind of clean up a bunch of the checks you didn't get the first time around.
Yep, makes perfect sense. No ZL, but can get the chicken if she wants. DMC Way of the Hero over here. Wait, we didn't see a DMC Way of the Hero, right? That's the first one?
No, we had seen Death Mountain Trail Way of the Hero, I believe.
Okay, so... Wait. Does that mean Zemoo... Because Zemoo was definitely here. I don't remember if he checked that hint or not. But that would be quite a misplay to have seen DMC Way of the Hero and not gone up to go check it.
Yeah, so I think, was it Epona's song on Bolero?
Got it. So we just got confirmation that Zemoo did not check that hint. So Nukes showing us the power of these hints. If Zemoo had checked that hint, yeah, I very much doubt that he would have skipped the top of the MC.
For sure. So again, Nuke's getting paid out for being very thorough in grabbing those hints, getting all of that knowledge of this seed.
Yep, she's going to use this at the very least to go check the open grotto. Zora's domain is open because she has the
she's a scale to logically get in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't blame her for being thorough in the child section here.
No.
Running around, getting everything.
So many items still left to get. It's
Like,
perfectly reasonable.
Like, it's very tempting to rush Forest here, but yeah, the thoroughness could very well pay out.
Right. Yeah. The key here, to be perfectly honest, is that oh my god. So that would be the fourth. Oh, it's not. It's still the third because we saw Zemoo get that hint.
Yeah, well, either way, it's going to be double Way of the Hero Spirit.
Correct. So, well, I think now Nukes has seen 3, which means that she knows that there's 2 items in Spirit that are Way of the Hero.
Right.
Okay, Biggerins is dead.
And doesn't look like... Is she going to go back up for Domain or not?
It doesn't look like it. I think she's just going to head back to the cat. Well, you could... I wonder what's faster, whether or not to just run to the castle or to play.
I would think Serenade at the top there would have been a little faster, but
yeah,
not a huge difference in time.
Not a huge difference, I agree.
And August is right. I think she actually still hasn't done Lon Lon.
Oh.
She's had a bit of a odd route here, not the normal 3-song kind of go around.
Right, Lon Lon would give her Sarias, whatever. And
yeah, that's where she's going.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. This could be your Nocturne, your Lullaby.
Lullaby, yep. And this makes perfect sense. Again, part of the reason why you do want to be thorough here as a child is because if you go back adult, especially with some of the dungeons on tap, it's very unlikely that you're going to come back as a child again. And obviously the cutscene does take quite a number of seconds. So sort of doing your due diligence in each of the cycles as adult and child is very good, considering how many items you still need.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to point out what Zemoo was doing there on his end. You have hookshotless GTG. Not something you see every day, but it is something our skilled runners will do when they have to. You can actually use the dead hand that falls, the ceiling master, whatever you want to call it, will fall, pick you up to that top rupee, so you can get all of the rupees to open the door, and then either do a little roll past the firewall or backwalk past it. So very nice by him on that side.
Yeah, including songs, I believe that Nukes does need 8. Possibly 10. The question marks here being if something is behind gold gauntlets, and whether or not you're going to need Requiem. Yeah, so Requiem is confirmed needed.
Well, it's not confirmed entirely.
Oh, yeah.
Logically, it's probably what the seed wants. We'll find out if there's an item on child side or keys on child side. But we don't know entirely for sure just yet.
Okay, and this looks like a trip back into adult, which means that Nukes and no Deku, no dip in the Deku. All of this clear as much as child as possible, not going into Deku.
But
what a play!
I didn't quite notice. Did she not get the bottle? Was that on the scrub that she couldn't pay for?
Yes, I believe that is the case.
That's really unfortunate for her if that's
Way of the Hero. Although she got Way of the Hero, she got Way of the Hero long shot.
Yeah, she got long shot on Treasure Chest game, but still, the horseback's the big pose looming there.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out though. Hookshot 1, Upper Crater. Hookshot 2, Treasure Chest game. Strength 1 on the King Dodongo himself. We know there's a strength as well in the river chest in water. No idea where the 3rd strength is, so Zemoo here hoping something better than double magic is in GTG.
Alright, final chest, here we go.
Yeah, as he did get enough keys to full clear the maze. So he'll have done everything in here but the big strength block push.
And we got a hint that the toilet was dead.
Toilet is a key, and he got to the end, so we don't need that one.
Right.
There's gonna be a second key in that big block room, but then 3 items.
3 checks, indeed.
And yeah, this is a lot of time for Zemoo going out here to still just Just be walking away with no new items.
Yeah, Nuke's heading to forest as we were talking about before. So
Yeah, Nuke's seems to firmly be on a very good path here.
oh, it's possible that she didn't push forest originally.
She didn't have the logic, perhaps?
Because she didn't have the logic. Yeah. That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
That's true. That's very true. She didn't have any song that would logically get her in here, so without that logic, you would think...
maybe there's no items back here or whatever.
Or maybe the songs aren't so needed yet, but now that she has that logic, we're going up here. Spike, Burning Kakariko is our Requiem.
That is correct. I don't think you can... Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
She can do a ground jump here if she wants.
Yep. You can't ground jump on those first two.
Yeah, she had to do it right there.
Yeah. OOT has a lot of these strange quirks. Here we go. Well, Zemoo has the lens, but does not have hovers or the long shots.
Yeah, but nicely done.
Yep.
Nicely done getting through that quicksand, having to go on the little short side there without hovers.
And heading over to Spirit Temple with no strengths. Very unfortunate, but we shall get some information. If Zemoo gets ZL here, that might push him to clear DMC, and then that would put him back on the right path. But we'll see. Honestly, Zemoo doesn't have that many more checks left, unfortunately. Without the strength. Or hookshot.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Zemoo is like almost made a full circle around the two items he really needs to grab.
Yeah.
And has not come up with any other items along this path for as much as we still need.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. I mean, that certainly is part of the dangers of going out of logic, is that there is a logic to the game, especially if you have stuff like Way of the Heroes. Zemoo, unfortunately, not checking a lot of these hints just means, doing checks that maybe the seed would have already pointed you to at this point. Ooh,
and it's just Minuet, so that means you're definitely going to need to beat Forest for some songs here.
Yep.
Because it looks like, I'm going to say Lullaby is going to be on the Forest Medallion.
Yep, that seems perfectly reasonable to me. Which would mean that OOT is the Sun Song, I think. Yeah, I think that has to be the case, right?
Yeah, so we have Storms in Ice, we have Requiem on Burning Kakariko, you've got Minuet on Requiem, that means Lullaby will be on the Forest Medallion, Nocturne will be in the Graveyard, Sun Song will be on Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, and we know that neither Nocturne nor ZL can be on OOT because Shadow is a stone, so that
you're
is
hard required to beat Forest here.
Yep. So again, that is the worst song that Zemoo could have saw, because, well, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because now Zemoo actually has almost no checks left to do, except some of these Lost Woods, and then bottle. So there we go.
Bottle. And it's Blue Fire at that, so. I guess Unthawing the King is in logic.
Yeah, but if you would have to go do that first before getting your
Well, August, not in logic until we actually beat Forest here and get our lullaby, but, you know, close. I guess that's true too. You could waste the flame, so...
That's right. The only one that you can't dump out willy-nilly, the Big Poe. You have to turn the Big Poe in.
And that's interesting. Zemoo now seeing that crater hint. Probably going to go right back there and say, uh-oh.
Yeah. That's a pretty feels bad, man.
Zemoo seeing another spirit hint. I think he now knows it's double way of the hero as well.
Yep, so what we know right now is either there's an item here in Forest or there's an item behind ZL. It could be something silly like Darunia's. It could be any of the... Oh, it could be any of the DMC... the DMC
Well,
barrier, the
it
DMC
could very well
barrier.
be in... It could be in Child Spirit too. We do have a slingshot in play that Zemoo has. And once we beat Forest, we will have Requiem.
Once we beat Forest, we will have Requiem. Right.
So
Sure.
this will open up quite a bit.
Yeah.
And chat, Zemoo found his bottle in Lost Woods, one of the scrubs you pay 40 rupees for by the bridge, I believe.
Yes,
Nukes
by the
didn't,
bridge.
Nukes didn't have the money for it, so she opted to orphan that check. Zemoo here finishing Dodongo, so he's gonna get the strength, and if he checks that crater away the hero, he'll...
Zemoo missed the...
Yeah.
missed the eye.
He missed it. He's gonna do the backup here with the bomb chew.
Yeah. Backflip. Oh, side hop. I've never seen that one before. Many different setups to that. You can do it from the left side, you can do it from the right side. Setups galore.
Yep, he gets it.
Yep, so this is going to give strength. Knows DMC way the hero, so probably going to head there next. I don't think the strength actually does anything for Zemoo.
Not on its own. He's going to need to go into crater still to get that hook shot.
Yep. Oh, actually, Zemoo could have done treasure chest game. I think the reason why Zemoo hasn't done it is because I don't think he knows that Market is Way of the Hero.
No, he's still... I think the only hint we saw for that was
in
the lake.
The lake.
Which is a very unfortunate spot, but again, Nuke's very thorough getting it. Just led her to her long shot.
Yeah, if Zemoo had done treasure chest game, he could be trailing right behind Nukes, because long shot technically doesn't do anything for you right at this particular moment. Once you get Iron Boots or the Gold Scale, then you can do Water Temple, but...
Well, I guess the long shot technically would have put his spirit play into logic.
Right, sure, that's correct.
But as we still know, that was was not the play you wanted to make, only getting Minuet out there.
Long shot also would let you do Pierre without Pierre by doing pixel shot.
And welcome, Raiders from SpeedGaming too.
We are collecting all the raids right now.
You know, as we are collecting all the medallions and stones almost, as this is
right.
as close to all dungeons as you're gonna get to see here, folks. We've got
Nuke's gonna avoid. We'll see if Nukes avoids Deku for the entire seed, but that is correct.
Yeah, we've got a nice race here going for those of you joining between Nuclear Reaction and Zemoo. Hour and a half in, Nukes has a bit of a lead here. She's been a little bit more thorough in some of her hint checking, gotten a few extra items out of it, and yeah, beating Forest Temple here to get our Zelda's Lullaby and Requiem of Spirit off of this.
Yeah, and technically, so we have a few checks that would make our racers pretty sad, but would be pretty entertaining for us and could get Zemoo back quite a bit of time. Given our Way of the Hero hints, which I have listed here as DMT, Market, Spirit, and DMC. And then Baron, I have only Bottom of the Well. I'm not sure if we've seen any other Baron hints. But these hints, first of all, Spirit, well, we're going to get Requiem, so that's perfectly fine. You can do Child Spirit in order to check those Way of the Heroes. But DMT Way of the Hero could put the Ice Cavern into play because there is a Storm's Grotto in DMT. So our runners will have to be wary of that. Although DMT did... Wait, did DMT pay out yet? I don't think so.
I don't think it's paid out yet.
So that is a bit of a scary one. And we know that Storms is in Ice Cavern. No Rudos yet, so we will need that. But I think that's one of the big wrinkles that is still left here in this seed. And yeah, sadly, Zemoo has done one mini dungeon and one dungeon extra than Nukes. But again, if it comes down to something like a dirt check, Ice Cavern, DMT Way of the Hero, you might see Nukes go into GTG, clearing that, and also clearing Deku Tree, which would allow Zemoo to catch back up.
Yeah, for sure. Zemoo a little bit behind, but if Nukes is still looking for items later on, those are very reasonable plays to go back to, which would catch him back up a bit. And again, for those just joining us, if you're not... Ooh, Silver Gauntlets.
That puts Spirit Temple as completely clearable.
Yeah, as soon as we get the song, and that means we may still need those gold gauntlets in Water Temple. We may not now.
Yeah, we have to clear water anyway, so honestly, getting the golds there is probably prudent regardless. So, and Way of the Heroes and Spirits, boy, this seed could be over I mean, after all the dungeons are finished, but Rudo's Rang, hovers, and then either irons or gold.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that 2 of them. Well, we know what 3 of them are. And then you could, like, especially if you find Shadow, there's so many checks in Shadow that you have to clear anyway. You know, it's certainly possible that nukes at this point it could just be a straight shot for nukes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, for those joining us, if you're not too familiar with the randomizer versions, it's your basic Ocarina of Time, but we've shuffled all the items around. All the medallions and stones you normally get are in different dungeons, different spots. Done in a way that logically you can still beat this version without any crazy glitches. In our particular settings, our runners need to get the 3 spiritual stones to open up the bridge to Ganon's castle. Then they'll need the spirit and shadow medallions to get the boss key for that, to be able to go beat Ganon himself and win the game.
So Zemoo getting the long shot from the treasure chest minigame. Sorry, the hook shot from treasure chest minigame still hasn't gotten the long shot yet from DMC, but it does put Forest in play.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's a big pickup for him, that right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And as for soft locking, there's enough logic in place when the seed is created for runners that you're not going to soft lock. There's always going to be a way to finish this.
Right. So the way that the seed is generated, especially, so the most common way you would see a soft lock if things hadn't been considered correctly is with keys in dungeons, and how the generation of these seeds works is that logically it assumes you use the keys in the worst case scenario. So, you know, no matter which door you open with a key, there's always going to be another key to lead you out of that section. And so that's part of the reason why sometimes you'll see some very strange logic in Spirit Temple specifically, and sometimes even Water Temple, because it will assume that you're using a key in a bad spot, and you know, a lot of runners will save quit in order to save their keys. A GTG is another example of this. It'll assume you'll waste 2 keys on the right side, even if you have Song of Time, because it doesn't want to get into a situation where you could soft lock yourself out of some of these checks.
For sure. And it also, of course, making sure when it generates not to put any items behind a spot that would logically require the item to already have been gotten by the runner to get to that spot. So
correct.
Everything doable without glitches here.
And these settings also, we do set a setting which makes it such that every area is accessible. It is possible to generate a seed that you can complete, but possibly that you can't get to an area. So say you don't actually need forest. Forest is probably a bad example, but you know, say you don't need to do Water Temple and you don't have that setting on, the long shot could be in Water Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, for those asking about our songs, we do have Requiem on Burning Kakariko, but we also know we have Lullaby on Temple of Time, beating the Forest Medallion. So our runners At least Zemoo has all of the song logic to have reasoned that out. Nuke's not having seen what's on Requiem, maybe not 100% knowing that, but very likely for her as well to think it. That's why you see both of our runners here making this playthrough for us to get these songs. But otherwise, yeah, Forest Temple, we got a strength out of it, and not much else.
But strength opens up spirit, so still a progression item. Still pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely good. We'll see what Nukes chooses to do, if she will elect to go straight adult spirit, or perhaps child side with the bomb shoes she has. She doesn't have the slingshot or a boomerang for the logical aspect of child side spirit, but
right, the rang that Zemoo has was in Deku, so
yeah, the slingshot, I believe.
right, the slingshot, and but Nukes could do it with shoes if she wishes to do it that way.
Yeah, that's I think the big question. And there's a wallet. So, when I said unthawing the king, now that's 2 wallets. Now we're getting Lullaby. It's in play, boys.
Indeed. Okay. Going to get the songs, I assume, here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would assume we grab our Lullaby up here and then run over to Kakariko in the graveyard to get those 2.
Yep. And then, it seems pretty reasonable to just play Requiem after that and get on with the Way of the Hero Spirit Temple.
Yeah, it's up to Nukes what she really wants to try to do here. Gamble to just go straight adult side, or potentially go back in time to child spirit first. Of note, she also doesn't have a fire source for the adult portion.
Yes, right. She does not have a fire source. She can, right, and with no rang or slingshot, child would need to be done with shoes. And for those who don't know, you can do both of the fire source required spirit temple checks with a Deku stick.
And as August pointing out, that could have been a good time to maybe get the big Poe there for Nukes coming out. Now having a bottle, but she's opting to go straight to spirit. And this here, a little bit, I would say, of a bad play. No, she's thinking it better. Come on, Nukes, go to the graveyard first.
Graveyard. No. Oh, no!
Nukes, please. Get the song in the grave. Maybe she's thinking Nocturne's going to be out here because she doesn't know it's Minuet. That's a little unfortunate. She could have picked up the Nocturne. Would have made her return trip a little bit better.
Checking her skull count.
Yeah.
August is saying. So, no Nocturne, a little unfortunate. Has Bolero, though, so getting back is not too bad.
Yeah.
But certainly a little unfortunate. Could go back as a child and do... well, that would be technically out of logic, but you could clear out that check as well.
She could do flame storage as child. as we get validated here. Classic Greg, green rupee.
Indeed. Yeah, still plenty of way of the hero checks, so gonna start with Adult Spirit. We'll see whether or not we get locked out and be forced to do Child Spirit.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see what was on top of the arch as she ran by. See if she gives us a better look at it.
Sees Minuet. Should be able to logic out at this point that Nocturne is in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, can't go that way. So yeah, 2 checks here. They don't have to be keys. And if you get key locked, then you have to do Child Spirit. Child Spirit does require you to have either Boomerang or the Slingshot in Logic. We know that there is a Slingshot in the world because Zemoo has it. It was in Deku. But you do not need it. You can do it with Choose. Uh-oh. I lost Zemoo for a second there, but right back. And yeah, Zemoo, the only item that he's really missing that Nukes has is the long shots and silvers, but he's about to get silvers here, and he's done quite a few additional checks, but is obviously behind Nukes due to that. The long shot was in the top of DMC, and yeah, the strength is about to be gotten here in Forest Temple. So no key for Nukes on the left side. Let's see if we get a key here. Survey says key. We can continue. So you can actually do one of the fire checks, specifically the middle chest in Adult Spirit with just the bow.
Yeah, you can do both.
The statue all the way up.
You could do both. You can pull the statue. It takes a lot of time to
Right.
do.
Oh yeah, the other one you can do a backflip.
Mm-hmm. It's a little tricky, but you could backflip to shoot the torch.
Yeah, for the torches. So both possible. Probably not worth it.
Yeah, I still think you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I still think with Double Way of the Hero, you really want to go on the child side to make sure you're full clearing this area.
Yep, I agree. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So due to the fact that it is double Spirit Way of the Hero, you really do want a full clear Spirit, and given the fact that you're gonna have to come back anyway. Oh, there's the hovers, so that's one of them. Cross your fingers that you're gonna get Dins here. Dins would let you just, clear those checks pretty easily.
Yeah, and then Dins would be big. Boomerang would be nice for her. If she goes back child, then she wouldn't have to use the bomb shoe strat.
Yep, that's true. Although it would not open up Shadow. But that would certainly be fine. There's the strength for Zemoo. So the only item that he is missing now... Oh, there's the Iron Boots. So water's in play now. That is 2, correct. So technically, the rest of Spirit doesn't need to have anything, but certainly could.
You're certainly still going to want to clear through here.
Right. The Lizalfos being annoying.
Yeah, we're having a little party.
Having a Lizalfo's party for sure. More keys. The boss key could certainly be on Child's side, so.
But certainly now we have enough small keys that we could complete this should we find boss key.
Yep. And we don't need to do Child side. We'll see if Nukes remembers, but Child side hand is a Deku Shield. So that check is not something that needs to be gone to. Clearing out some more rooms. Now has hover boots, so you can clear this pretty easily in one go. Opts not to do it. Just we'll do it in 2 trips.
Yeah, you still could do it in 1 without hovers if you stand on kind of a precise spot over here where she's about to stand, but she opts to just roll right off.
Oh, boss key. So that makes Spirit Temple completable.
Yeah. So
again, water. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she's gonna be able to beat Spirit here, then probably go beat Water. The question after that is, now that she can complete Adult Side Spirit and has 2 items from it, will she still elect to come back Child Side? Perhaps to find more Way of the Hero items in here?
Yeah, the other question is also, so we do have the DMT Way of the Hero that she now has ZL to go check. So you could play Bolero and go check that and see if you get your Rang or your Dins. And then at that point, you only have 1 item remaining that you need.
Yeah, so right now we need Din's Fire, Boomerang, and the Ruto's Letter.
Correct.
Of note, Boomerang and Letter could very well be locked behind those gold gauntlets.
Yes, they can.
But only those 2. Dins will have to be somewhere out. Well, I guess even the Dins could be behind the ferry outside.
Yes, outside Ganon's castle.
But yeah, like you said, I think we would like to see her try the ferry above Death Mountain Trail. See if we get one of these items up there first.
Yeah, and if not, then unfreezing the king into Ice Cavern. Oh, actually, you can't go into Ice Cavern without.
We do need the letter for that one.
You're gonna need Rudos.
Maybe the king has his own letter again. We've seen it before.
Good. That's certainly possible.
That would be a way for Zemoo to possibly get back into this if, an item is on a silly check like that and Nukes opts for more safe, strategic plays of Deku Tree, GTG, where you have a lot of checks in one spot to get to.
And Nukes, it could be in behind the Silver Gauntlets checks in GTG. So,
It could be there
that
too.
could also trip up Zemoo quite a bit because Zemoo checked all but 3 checks in GTG. Opts to continue killing poor Lizalfos's.
But But Nukes, they just want to help you out in this room.
That's true.
You start turning the mirror, they hit you off it, it's great.
Fire, that's fire source.
Well, that's actually big because she could go back and do 2 of the checks right now as adult.
That's
Spirit.
true. Good. And also, when she does the Composer's Grave, she can check the fire in Composer's Grave as adult.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you wondering in chat, it is against the rules to go into Shadow Temple with just fire arrows. That is not allowed.
But yeah, I would like to see here for Nukes to open up the door, knock the face off with the shield, and then jump down with the fire arrows.
But then you have to get up. Oh, you have the long shot, so that's...
She has the shot to hook back up, but it looks like she's opting against it. Yo, 5D with the bit. Thank you again to 5D for doing the tracking tonight for us.
Indeed, thank you for all the volunteers helping out here at SpeedGaming Live 2020. Getting a clean kill on the Iron Knuckle. And here we go with Twin Rova.
Yeah, and Zemoo here...
Ooh! Wait, does Zemoo... Oh, Zemoo does have... Wait, does Zemoo have ZL?
Yes, he
does. Okay.
He beat Forrest, picked it up, and now making...
He's going to get the long shot here, so...
Yeah, and it'll be nice if he checks the fairy up here for us. We'll see if we get another Way of the Hero item on top.
Yep. And then he'll be about a temple behind. So that's certainly you can certainly make that up, especially if this fairy up... Oh, he's probably gonna come back. But especially if the fairy up here has nothing, and you have to go into Ice Cavern.
Ice Cavern or find your trade. Did we have a big horn hint?
Yes, we did have a big
We did,
horn.
so it would be Ice Cavern for...
It would be Ice Cavern. We'll see. Like, it could be here, and that would be good for Nukes.
Well, there it is.
It is ring here, so... Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully Nukes...
Frutos.
And Dins.
Right, and Dins.
Yeah, hopefully Nukes was thorough in her getting hints, remembers...
Her notes, yep.
Yeah, just look at the notes, go back up there, grab that one.
And so that is all of our Way of the Heroes checked off. Obviously, there are still checks, but you know, the items that are for sure away, the hints that point to the items are accounted for. So Requiem here.
Yeah,
we'll see if Zemoo opts to go to the Composer's Grave. I'm gonna check, I guess, 10 skulls first.
Yeah, 2 hours in, it's our first look at any of the skulls.
Zemoo is healthy, well, at least healthier than Nukes. Is going to opt for Composer's Grave, so that's good.
Makes sense. He knows it's Nocturne. Might as well pick it up while you're here. Then you can use it to warp back later.
Yep. Get Requiem. So 2 items left. The letter and Dins. Technically, the letter could be in the Sun Song Grave. So if you completed Shadow Temple,
Yeah.
it could also be on the King. So
Oh, and Nuke's not getting the quick kill here on Twinrova.
yep. So now Twinrova is going to randomly
The 50-50 shot here. What
fire.
Yeah.
All right, getting lucky. One more fire, please.
If the Gerudo King hides his identity, does it make him Genonymous? Would it be kind of a bore for that to happen? Chat here. Chat here making the puns. We're at that point of the seed.
All right, Twinrova down. So Water Temple is completable. Again, could go get gold gauntlets in the river chest. Nukes has not gone to DMT in order to get the rank. So she's missing that. Getting the rang would put Child Spirit into play, and she still hasn't done 1, 2, 3, 4 checks in Spirit Temple. So
yeah, interesting. Zemoo opted as well to go straight adult side. Neither runner gambling on child side items here, it seems.
Zemoo forgot again in upper DMC.
Oh, did he not grab it?
God.
Also, Nuke's going back in now for the two Firelock checks.
Yep. Well, that's what I was saying before when he went to go check the ferry.
That he would walk back in, hopefully.
He would go back in.
Yeah, he's seen the hint, though. He saw Crater hint.
That's right.
So,
and he didn't get any items in Crater.
No, only Epona's song, which maybe he thinks
was
needed, but he hasn't really gotten anything logically off of that.
Correct. Yeah, nothing from horseback archery.
Nothing from GTG. We didn't need to go.
He doesn't have the long shot though, so he could think that it's necessary. Well, no, that's not true either because.
No, we didn't even need to cross to Spirit as adult there.
Yeah, because we got Requiem off Burning Cack.
Oh, and Nuke's also skipped this chest.
It's fine.
Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine?
I mean, it is fine.
Well, it's fine that she went back for it.
I'm liking the freeze here.
Yeah, that's a
surprise at seeing Dins.
Sure is a good freeze point.
But that just means that we're missing Rudos.
Yeah, yes indeed. One item away from go mode.
With one item away from go mode, I would just push the temples here. Probably Shadow first, although I guess she's going into water, which is fine. It doesn't.
So the problem with Nukes here is she didn't get the Nocturne, so it's not as easy to.
Right. Yes, that's true. No Nocturne.
But I agree with you. I would much rather push the linear dungeon of Shadow, see if your letter is in there, and also for her the boomerang. If she's paying attention to her notes, she should know one is on the trail.
Yep. Oh, okay. So Zemoo does have Dins.
And also, I think... so we had the freeze frame, but based on how quickly Nukes got to water, I think she skipped
the other spirits.
Yeah, she skipped the others, which Zemoo here probably going to grab. Could be letter here.
Oh yeah, that's so interesting because now Zemoo has Dins in order to check these two checks. And so if the letter is here, Zemoo could very, very quickly catch up.
Yeah, for sure. It's all going to come down to where that letter is now. When We know it's not going to be an ice cavern or the well or anything, you know, locked behind that stuff, not in Jabu.
Bombs everywhere, and still. Oh my goodness! Zemoo actually killing the Skuludo with a bomb and not getting the hit. That's pretty funny. I haven't seen that.
You know, both our runners just partying with the Lizafos. Having a great time here tonight.
Big party. So yeah, I would say Zemoo still one temple behind. Probably 5-ish minutes. Not opting to use Dins on that middle chest. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he would skip that either.
Maybe he's. Well, no, that doesn't make sense either, because
No, there's no reason to skip it if you can get it right now.
yeah. But I would assume that because Zemoo has Nocturne, that Zemoo is likely going to do what we were saying, and we'll see Zemoo dip into Shadow first before Water. Oh, also Zemoo doesn't have the long shot. So actually, Zemoo is, I think, still pretty far behind because of not checking.
Yeah, the long shot's it's a big one for Zemoo.
Yeah, so Zemoo can't even complete Water right now. So I would say that we are very, very likely to see Zemoo go into Shadow after this.
Yeah, nice Zora tunic for Nuke, so she's like, alright, fine, sure. Put that in Water Temple, why don't you? So that's 2 out of 4 items for Water. We know Strength and Tunic there.
Yep. Water Temple, notoriously poor check density, just a ton of keys.
Only 4 items in these standard settings.
Right. And now we know where 2 of the items are, so even worse check density. Yep.
Yeah.
So just going to be looking for the boss key, I assume, and then I would probably go get the gold gauntlets. I think it makes sense that you're still missing both the letter and the rang, and you know you can complete Shadow.
Yeah, well, so here's where I kind of disagree. I think you know 1 item's on the trail, and
you still have all Shadow to do.
You still have all Shadow to do. So, like, you have Serenade. You can easily come back here if Shadow doesn't net you what you want.
Yeah, but then you have to lower the water again.
Well,
Oh,
no,
you
you'd have it at the top for River.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Although that goes back to what we were saying before. I think I would rather know that I'm in go mode and go to Shadow first, but I'm sure that's a little tougher without having Nocturne, which is a routing mistake. But you know, and there's a lot to keep track of. That's why, you know, having good notes is really important.
Zemoo falling down.
Zemoo, no long shot. This room is very, very annoying without the long shot.
It is. You definitely want to hold Z target while you're climbing, so you less likely to get knocked off. Nuke's finding the boss key, vanilla spot. We'll see what she does here.
Yep, has the hover boots, so makes traversing the water temple quite a bit easier. That is incorrect. 5D. The castle opens up after 3 stones. So Ganon's boss key is on Light Arrow cutscene. The settings are a little strange in that way, so you can get into Ganon's castle after being Water and Shadow. And in order to actually beat Ganon and get the boss key, you can beat Jabu.
And it looks like Nukes doesn't have any more small keys to get that strength. Not going to waste time finding them.
Yep, makes perfect sense to me.
Morpha might have one of the keys
key?
anyway. Probably does, because we've seen 3 of 4 items.
Not opting to put on the hover boots and roll, but
Yeah, quick
Not a
walk
big
up.
just 5 or 10 seconds. Couple frames.
But yes, with the settings we have for this tournament, we beat Water Temple here, we beat Shadow, we'll have all 3 spiritual stones, which will let us into Ganon's castle, also give us Sun Song, and the potential for the letter to be on any of those checks is pretty reasonable.
Well, only one check.
Well, I mean all of
Oh, got
Ganon.
grabbed.
But she got grabbed, and she just, you know...
He's having a party with Morpha.
Getting low on hearts there,
Ooh,
too.
all in the water, though, so that's pretty lucky. Can you get grabbed in this position? Oh, lucky. No grab.
No, not if you're all the way back. She'll be alright here, and...
Alright, and then some crouch stabs. There we go. Oh, it's the 3/4 of a heart. But getting
Gets
it
the
done.
job done, yep. Zemoo here, fighting Twin Rova. We got back-to-back boss fights going on.
Yep. They will likely be in Shadow Temple at the same time, so that will be fun. Let's see if she picks up the key, just in case.
Yep.
Yep.
There it is. Yeah, definitely good play to grab that in case you need gold gauntlets.
Yeah, you're gonna need 2 keys to go get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
one
2.
key to the door and 1 key to get into the Dark Link room.
So now let's see. Does she go straight Shadow, or does she
No,
look at her
gotcha.
notes?
First.
Well, yeah, shoot the sun, but then does she look at her notes and say, "Oh yeah, Death Mountain Trail," or?
Ah, yes. Well, no. Wait, what?
Not shooting the sun.
Going,
going
back,
back-
going to get the gold gauntlets. Okay.
Okay, I would have shot the sun first, like you said, but I mean, this is a reasonable play too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, personally, you have Serenade. I would just go through Shadow first, see if you get the letter on the way. But
Yep. Yeah. Shadow is one of those temples. It's linear, and you basically need to open all the chests except maybe the back 2. And so that's just sort of a lot of. Well, she's still missing a key.
she's missing a key, yeah. And Aftermath, yeah, you are correct. Lake Hylia was barren. Slipped my mind for a minute there.
Ah, yes, Lake Hylia Baron. That's right.
So no shoot the sun. Nuke's now realizing she's a key short, opting maybe for the Shadow play first here.
Yes. Unfortunately, probably also correct to have just played Bolero, checked DMT, and then go.
And hop down.
Yeah.
It looks like she's doing it. All right, you spoke it into play.
That's right. Yeah. So this is definitely the correct play. Probably check the rest of the DMC checks.
For sure, Way of the Hero as well. You want to clear this out.
Yep.
Gotta be careful here. She
has the
running out of time.
You have the tunic?
She does have the tunic. She could swap.
Just gonna farm some hearts. I mean, hearts are good. You have the tunic though.
Well, I mean, gonna need the hearts either way, so I guess.
Right.
Although the fairy will full heal you, so.
It will do that. Zemoo, as we talked about before, is in the Shadow Temple. So making pretty good time here.
Yeah. Definitely the right play for him, and will give us our first look to see if perhaps Letter is in here.
I think Nukes maybe a little flustered from the getting key locked and then playing.
Yeah, forgetting she needs 2 keys for that section and not 1.
Yeah, and then playing Prelude. You know what happens? You're in a race. The racers don't know where their opponent is, and so, you know, sometimes you get into this state of mind where maybe you feel like you're behind when you're really not. Is going to check this DMT up here, which is perfect.
Yep,
that is going to give her the Rang, at which point probably going to jump down, check Composer's Grave for Nocturne, and then be following Zemoo into Shadow. And then both of our runners will be looking to find Rudo's letter. The oft looked for Rudo's letter.
Yeah, so while Nukes does have a slight edge, having beaten Water Temple, Zemoo has done a lot more checks, so if this letter is buried somewhere deep in the seed, Nukes could easily go Deku Tree, go GTG looking. Zemoo could catch up. It's really anybody's game right now.
That's right. Yep. This is given the fact that there's only one item left that can be anywhere in the seed. Jabu is not one of the stones. The seed is just so wide open. The worst thing that could happen to Zemoo here is
also the long shot is the other thing for Zemoo.
Oh yes, the long shot. But we've mentioned this before, and again, maybe Zemoo didn't take a good note or has forgotten. But DMC is Way of the Hero, and he hasn't found anything. Oh. I guess he could still think it's Epona's, but yeah, I mean, DMC is Way of the Hero, so...
Yeah, or maybe he thinks he checked that boulder and hasn't. It's possible.
Sure.
Gonna be eyes on that for him. And yeah, if you're a Zemoo fan, you're gonna say, I don't want to see Rudo's letter in shadow. Nukes fans definitely want it right in here, make it nice and easy for her.
Yep. Oh, you could find if Nukes uses her Dins here, maybe it's right here in the Composer's Grave.
It could be here too.
Is equipping Dins. Okay. And a reminder here that both the runners do have a bottle with blue fire in it. Although now we know that the wallet wasn't necessary, really, because you can bottle some blue fire in Ganon's castle that is in logic. Nope, not in Composer's Grave.
Yep, for sure. It could be on the king himself, but it will not be past him in the fountain or ice cavern.
That is correct.
I think personally, if we don't see it in Shadow, I would be looking to get the gold gauntlets, full clear Ganons, and also be going Child Spirit for that full clear of that Way of the Hero area. Those would be my two big plays to go to.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. The other check that I believe that... Oh, wait, no, that's not true. I think that at least Zemoo turned in Big Pose. So I'm pretty sure that check is done with.
Yes,
So,
I believe he was the one to do that.
Yep. So... Yeah, that seems like the most reasonable plan. And unfortunately, certainly for Nukes, is if those two plays don't pan out, then my next dip is Deku.
Yeah, for her, it's Deku Tree or Gerudo Training Grounds for sure, I would think.
I don't remember... Oh, actually, yeah. So we know it's not any of the Storms, because Storms is in...
Storms is in Ice Cavern, so we're not getting it at all.
Yep. Which would make... So now they also know that the DMT Storms is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the only way the heroes left are Spirit Temple.
Now, hear me out. Remember, a long time ago we said both runners couldn't get up to Pierre in fire.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What if? What if he's hiding it?
Well, they... At least... Nukes... Well, at least Nukes would be very sad, because at least Zemoo didn't have the hook shot, and Nukes... Oh, no, but Nukes didn't have...
Nukes didn't have the song, so...
Yeah. So, Pierre could be dancing with the letter. Dancing in the moonlight.
We do have a few other assorted child cleanup checks that it could come down to, too. Goron City stuff, Zora's Domain, Skull Mask, I don't think we've seen a hint for.
Yeah, because we got ZL so late, yeah, Darunia's Joy certainly in play here. Wait, why do we get a reset?
I'm not sure what happened on Nuke's side.
Oh, was that a reset from... interesting. I don't even know if that's faster or not, but it looks like it was a reset from Dead Hands instead of walking back out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's probably about the same speed-wise, maybe a little
Certainly
faster.
not faster on N64. N64, I have to sit there and be sad. So nothing in Shadow yet. Could be on 20 skulls. Neither of our heroes have.
No, but Zemoo's still grabbing him just in case.
Indeed.
Up to only 12.
Only 12. I don't think Zemoo got the 4 in Child, so those are certainly an easy 4 to get.
Looks like he was going for the bomb chew strats in the pot room here. Had to throw a bomb in.
There's the boss key. I think you do check the back half regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
No long shot, so I have to get on this chest. Yeah, so Shadow is also another one of those weird ones. It requires multiple items that most other temples don't need, and it doesn't require a lot of items that other temples need. So you can complete Shadow Temple without strength. You can complete it without a bow. You need at least a hook shot. And you can beat it with either choose or the long shot. But yeah, Shadow is a very, very different temple in that way, and that a lot of the items needed for the other temples do not apply here in Shadow.
Yeah, logically, though, you'll usually need a strength for the Falling Spikes room, the 2 chests above, they have a key. Our runners can easily get around that, but you always want to keep notice of your logic as you're going out of it.
Yep. Need bombs. That's the other one. Or at least choose. Haven't seen many choose this seed, to be perfectly honest. Got the 10-pack. But that's about it. Although they got both the hammer and bombs early, so Nuke's also still collecting tokens just in case.
Yeah, it looks like she's got about just as many as Zemoo here. There's no real advantage should it be on 20.
I'm going for the jump. Bonks. Makes it.
Yeah, for sure, Tom. This dungeon is a very creepy design. This and the well both are... You know, sometimes I still wonder how some of this made it into a kid's game, but here we are, trying to run through it as fast as possible and get out.
Yeah, we've got Gibdoses in this dungeon. Backflip? I'm so bad at this trick. Yep. So if you time a backflip there, you can get on top. That's part of the strat for doing this room without any strength.
Mm-hmm. And you might say, "Oh, but she clipped through the thing." Well, you know, don't worry about it. There's anytime in a situation like that, we say, "Well, there's a harder glitchless strat that you could do." So, you know, we're just gonna save a little bit of time, but not do anything we couldn't do normally here.
More skulls. Right. Yeah, you were saying before you would be recommending Nukes go back into water and getting the gold gauntlets before heading into Ganon's. Is that right?
Yeah, I think coming out of Shadow here, if we see nothing, it's either you go get your gold gauntlets and then head to Ganon's, or you choose to go Child Spirit first. You know, you choose which order you want to do. I would think maybe I stay adult, do Ganon's first, because once I go Child, I would want to do the rest of that cleanup.
Yep. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. I think if you're gonna go child, then you want to route Deku Tree in, and so you want to just clean out Ganon's castle. I feel like, and hopefully Ganon's, even if it doesn't have the letter, will have Feoras. There's just so many checks in there, and you know, if you get Feoras, then you can just slap a Feoras up there and get back to Ganon's pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Still collecting skulls for Zemoo. Zemoo has not seen Rudo's letter, has 1 check left. So, or sorry, 2 checks. One obviously is Bongo Bongo. Ooh. Didn't
A little off on the rupee there.
No, just put on the hover boots.
And Zemoo says, "I've had enough of you, Floor Master. I'm just hitting you with the dins."
Hit him with the dins.
And nothing on that chest. So it's either Bongo has our letter or we're in for a big race here.
Yes, indeedy. Zemoo still needs to remember
The long shot, sure enough.
in DMC, but what's actually really funny here is that if it is in some of these dirt checks, Zemoo could find Rudo's letter and then need to
Think he has to go Ice Cavern?
think really, really long and hard about where this long shot is.
Yeah, for sure. Again, he's seen the crater hint. So hopefully he logics that back out. He needs to get a true item from it.
Right. Yeah. Like think really long and hard about how it's not possible for Epona's to be Way of the Hero.
Or he could still go back to Gerudo Training Grounds with the extra strength now. Perhaps thinking it is.
Wow. Great fight. Oh, it doesn't manage to finish off Bongo, but using the spin slash.
Yeah, a few ways here to try and quick kill Bongo.
Oh! Dang.
It's a bit tough to be consistent on the spins there. Tough when you don't have Big Oron Sword for the crouch stab strat. So
Yep.
Takes a couple cycles.
All right, here we go. What's Bongo hiding? Could be an ice trap. That could be an ice trap. But,
We're not gonna find out. All we know is we're in a hunt for this letter now.
That's right. So place your bets in the chat. Where is Rudo's letter? Name some of the most meme locations. We've already mentioned quite a few. Could be on the king himself. Could be in Ganon's castle. Child Spirit. Although I think that is a place that Nuke will go to pretty quickly. Heading into water, I think he is going to clear as much as Water Temple as he can.
I think he'll grab the gold gauntlets in here.
Could be outside of Ganon's castle.
Spoonman, they've cleared all of fire except whatever Pierre is holding in there.
That's right.
And we have not seen chickens yet. Could be there.
I thought
Unless we
Z
saw a hint, or
maybe not. Could be in chickens. I think Dark Link could have it.
there's, I believe, one item unaccounted for in water. We saw a bundle of arrows, the tunic, and we know the gold gauntlets are here.
That's right. So I think there's literally one item unaccounted for in water. And clearing out water is like not a crazy move here. But yeah, Zemo's gonna have to think about the DMT long shot location.
Yeah, again, he cannot actually beat Morpho while he's in here.
Correct. You are not allowed to cheat and do a hover, so long shot is required.
And more questions in chat. It will not be on 50 skulls. We have seen hints for 30, 40, and 50, all of which dead. It could be on 20.
And I think it could be on... no, so yeah, it can't be on frogs because storms is in ice, and you would need the letter to get into ice. So, no frogs. We did get a hint for Biggerins, so Biggerins is also dead. Here's a check that Nukes did not do, I believe.
No, I think she got this with the bomb shoe. Yeah, it was the tunic.
Got it. All right. Bomb shoe, iron boots, makes sense.
We did see horseback archery already from Zemoo. 5D, I'm not entirely sure what you're asking, but you cannot hover over to Morpha. You truly need long shot in these settings.
Yeah, specifically, you can use hovers and some combination of rolls and maybe a well-timed jump slash or backflip. So an example of that would be getting the hammer chest in Goron City without silver gauntlets or the hammer itself. So you can do a well-timed back hover and backflip. But you can't do any sort of damage boosting strategy, or even here you can do a hover boots backflip into this.
Yeah, Zemoo can do the backflip. But yeah, so 5D, there is a strategy to do hammer hover over to Morpha, but per the rule set we're playing, it is not allowed.
Sadly.
I know Worm is a fan of doing it, but it is cheating.
Indeed. I think it counts under a glitch category, which would allow you to do lots of other things, including sort of bomb damage hovers.
There's glitch categories where you can super slide and ISG and do all the fun stuff, but here we try and keep it a little simpler to just make you have to follow the logic, find the items. Really, it's more fun that way sometimes, right?
Yeah. Some of the examples, again, these are not quite standard settings, but pretty close, or Season 3 standard settings, rather. There is going to be a Season 4 soon, which have changed quite a number of game, I don't know how you would like to say it, mechanics. But yeah, that, you could play under that rule set. There is a glitched rule set. There's what's known as DDR dungeon, door rules, which allow you to do a bunch of tricks, but you cannot skip the actual boss key door rooms, or you can't skip opening up the boss key, the door of the boss. And then there's also just no logic at all, and that lets items be anywhere, and lets you just clip through walls and all of that very fun stuff.
And welcome Gav and Namaha, two other players in this tournament, who's winning currently Nukes, but we are in a big hunt for Rudo's letter. Zemoo has done a few more checks. He's been a few more places than Nukes, so could still be anyone's game depending on where it is.
Oh! Yeah, the right side of that that ledge is notoriously glitchy, and you never want to jump or hover over there, or else you're going to get into that state where Link is constantly grabbing. Let's see what Nukes does here. It looks like she is not opting for the gold gauntlets. Instead, just going to head to Ganon's castle and seeing what's in Forest Trial, Water Trial, Spirit Trial, and Shadow Trial. And then also the boss key chest. We know where, for the new viewers here, we know where Gold Gauntlets is. It is in the river chest. But Nukes would need an extra key in order to actually go grab those. It looks like Zemoo is heading over there now in order to get the Gold Gauntlets.
Yeah, Zemoo making the play for them.
Yeah, the letter could be outside Ganon's castle. We've not had any hints about that, so
there's a lot of awful spots left for it to be. So again, anybody's game. Unfortunate spot for Zemoo is he kind of orphaned away the spot where Longshot is. We'll see if he can check back on his notes, look at the Way of the Heroes, and go back there for it. It is in the boulder up on Death Mountain Crater.
Yep, and Death Mountain Crater was hinted Way of the Hero, so the only other item song there was Epona's, which I think we have already deduced cannot be Way of the Hero.
Yeah, not unless the silver gauntlets block push could have it still. It's the one spot of Gerudo Training Grounds we haven't seen. Zemoo did see Death Mountain Crater hint early on. He perhaps mistook it for Epona's song, perhaps forgot it. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, possibly even just mistook it for Death Mountain Trail.
Yeah, maybe he misread it as Death Mountain Trail as well, because that is also one of our Way of the Hero hints. We got a boomerang up there. There's the letter, though.
Okay.
It's in shadow, and there's Nukes.
Nukes
The reaction, you love it. She's popping off. A little like, oh god, am I in the lead? Am I not in the lead? She doesn't know, but we know. She's firmly in the lead with that one.
I think this is
This should be hers now.
yeah, unless execution goes very poorly, this looks like a big old W for Nukes.
Yeah, again, Zemoo still played the seed quite well. It just, a bit unfortunate that Deku Tree, no items of value. Gerudo Training Grounds, no items of value. Like, that's just unlucky, folks.
Yep. Although we sort of did mention at the top. Oh, yep. There's the
golds for Zemoo. Yep.
Mentioned at the top. Nukes played this seed very, very much in logic and followed the logic of the seed. Especially, part of the reason why she didn't go into Deku Tree was the fact that you got Hammer early, and Hammer early does open up a lot of checks for you as adults. So going early adult is a perfectly reasonable route to take, and you know that you got enough items to skip Deku Tree was sort of a logical result of that path.
For sure, hammer early, plus looking at the pedestal early, seeing it's only the light medallion, so it's not a required dungeon. It's a good job by Nukes following the hints, following the logic. Bit curious why she warped this way and not to the lake and over, but not costing too much time here.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Uh-oh, I think Zemoo is doing some Baron Lake Hylia checks over here.
Yeah, it looks to be that way. I'm not sure, again, if he saw that hint or if it was Nukes who saw that Baron one.
That this race is showing you some of the importance of taking good notes. Rudos was go mode in Nuke's last seed with Dr. Bob Tastic. So 2 go mode Rudos letters in a row. I mean, that's not... Honestly, Rudo's letter is certainly one of those items that can be a really big blocker.
Yeah, the few items, the letter, the boomerang, the mirror shield, where they don't lock a whole ton usually, so...
Yeah, even Din, right? Din's is a big one as well. That can...
So they can show up in so many different places, so late in the seed that... Here we are, but... But Zemoo here can be doing a lot of checks, and you know, I have to think he either thought he already checked that boulder in Creator, or maybe misread the hint at this point. So
yeah,
it's a bit unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. I mean, I feel like the only next checks for him to do are
back in
Child Spirit
back in GTG.
Back in GTG, yeah. That's tough. Gonna go do some out of logic diving in the lab. Can't be here. I don't even know if I check this, even if I know it's not. I guess Rudos could be here.
Yeah, I mean, the gold scale could be somewhere gettable that would put that in logic, so it's fine. It's also a skull, because we still never saw 20.
We don't know what 20 skulls is, yeah. Nehru's. Nehru's Love could be good. If you had scrubs on, you can use Nehru's Love in order to get the scrubs in Goron City.
Yeah, we've actually seen that in the recent co-op tourney come into play in the semis.
Looks like Zemoo going to GTG here. If Zemoo finds actually nothing in GTG, that might be cause for him to go back to DMC, right? Because that would for sure, and he's not gonna find anything in DMC in GTG because
Perhaps
that
if
would make opponents completely blank.
yeah, perhaps if he relooks at his notes and says, "Yeah, this wasn't the way of the hero in Crater," then
Yeah, what didn't I check in Crater?
yeah. So
I mean, there's plenty left to check. We haven't seen Feoras. We haven't seen the butter knife. We haven't actually. We did see the butter knife. I think the butter knife was in Zora's River. We haven't seen.
we could still see gold scale.
Yeah, we could see gold scale. We could see the Bigoron sword.
Oh yeah, we still never got Bigorons or double defense.
Double defense. Yeah, that's true. But they could, Ganon could have some of those things. We haven't seen that many ice traps. Could encounter a few ice traps here or there.
They have Dins. Both runners have beaten Shadow.
Yeah, both runners have beaten Shadow. Dins
Is the is always causing trouble there.
delicious. Gotta hit him with the bow.
Again, Nuke's here, just running through Jabu as we get the gold scale.
The gold scale.
But Nuke's skipping everything she can in Jabu, running as fast as possible. Try and secure that win, which I believe will put her up to 2-2 in the Group A. Will firmly put her in third place there.
Yep, and third place, I believe, is going to... Or is it fourth place that has a tiebreaker? I think maybe...
I believe it's top 3 make brackets, and then there's...
a tiebreaker for fourth. Yeah.
So we've got Cola and Salty Sponge both at 3-0. Very impressive in Group A. Nuke's here coming in 2-2. Also pretty good.
Zemoo going into the toilet? Wait, we know that there's nothing in the toilet.
We were hinted it is a key.
Yeah.
Small correction. Oh, did I say something wrong, Sheepy? Oh, Sponge is now 4-0 and Cole is 3-1. I'm sorry. My challenge page is not up to date.
Nuke is getting a fairy.
That was the one earlier. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Sheepy.
Hit it. Yeah.
So yeah, Sponge, impressive 4-0 in groups here.
My least favorite room in the game.
Was it this room, or what about that room in Ice Cavern?
That room is fine. This room always
This one's worse.
gets in trouble. Zemoo going to go check the wasteland now.
Yeah, it's in logic. If you're thinking Epona's was your way of the hero, then you would think this is it. Nuke's here, though. Still pretty low on hearts. Got that fairy.
Having a party. Jellyfish party. Jellyfish party.
Again, just like to take time to thank my co-commentator Worm, our tracker 5D, everyone, behind the scenes for these restreams, our two runners, Nuclear Reaction and Zemoo. Be sure to, go give them a follow. Go check them out. Both very good Zooter players here.
Ooh, getting the quick on Baronade here. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
it's definitely unfortunate for Zemoo. Unfortunate. I don't think by the time this is over, he's gonna find his.
Yeah, I think he must have just misread the hint or thought he already checked that spot.
Yeah, I you can certainly see, because very, very early on, before going into Fire Temple, he did do a little bit of the crater. I think he looked at the wall and
Yeah, I think he looked at everything else in there and just maybe thought he grabbed it on the way.
Right. Validated. And Nuclear going to climb the castle now. You know what's interesting? This tracker doesn't have the slingshot.
Yeah, I mean it's seldom needed in the settings, so again, we'll see Zemoo clearing out Way of the Hero Spirit. Makes sense for him to be looking here, thinking maybe there's more Way of the Hero items in here. And Looney Tunes, Nukes does not need all medallions under these settings. We're doing a little bit different than your standard race. Here we need the 3 spiritual stones to open up the bridge to Ganon's, and then we need the shadow and spirit medallions to get the Ganon boss key. So you need those 5. The rest, hopefully, you hope you don't need. Turns out in this seed we needed to get, forest, fire, and water for the burning Kakariko stuff. Although, technically we didn't need Requiem.
Yeah.
But we ended up needing to beat Dodongo's and Forest for strength and
technically
for the song on Forest.
You could have killed the king and then walked out or warped out. Just not gotten the medallion. That's something you could have done. I'm not saying anyone would do that. Now, do you check this chest here?
Oh no, certainly not in this race.
I don't know. It looks like she's checking the chest.
Oh, she's doing it.
But go on. Let's see it. Oh.
I don't know if it's me there. I'm sweating that my opponent is like running side by side with me up here.
Yeah. Yeah, especially given where Rudo's was, right?
For sure.
Ooh, gonna get hit. Has a fairy. But that's the only fairy. So. Hey, it's a nice trap. Uh-oh. Oh!
Nukes.
On the backswing.
Nukes. Hand over her face in shame. F's in chat.
She gonna go get another fairy?
Looks like it.
See, if she had Nehru's love, this wouldn't be a problem.
Looks like we're grabbing the double this time.
That's right. When I first started learning this game, I didn't know there were fairies down here. And so I would go as a kid and buy a couple of fairies from the magic shop and then come back as an adult. But obviously these fairies are down here along with the scrub, so if you do scrub sanity, it's a pretty key location. Are we gonna see? Oh, never mind. Zemo's a child. I was gonna say Zemoo might unfreeze the king.
It's certainly in logic for him to do, but I think he's moved on to child domain, cleaning up child side checks again. It's all reasonable plays from him. It just comes down to that unfortunate one skip check.
Yeah, I just happen to have way the hero check though, so.
Alright, Nukes gets one knuckle down, whacked by the second. And she's clutched it out.
He's just gonna pop a fairy, I suppose. Yeah. Like, gonna use that empty bottle for Ganon.
Yeah, she's gonna want the empty bottle for the fight, so.
With the hook shot, seems like it's gonna be hook shotting to the underside of the Ganon climb, and then use the bottle. There's a couple of ways to do this Ganon fight. It's always interesting to see which way the runners have learned and are comfortable with. So someone did ask where the long shot was. Oh yeah, chess mini game and the DMC grotto. And the one that Zemoo is missing is in DMC grotto. Both were hinted way of the hero. Market way of the hero for the one in the treasure chest mini game, and obviously DMC way of the hero for the other one.
Oh, and Ganondorf saying,
Get
off my platform.
Sometimes, you hook shot and Ganon slaps you off his platform anyway. Alright, let's see this one cycle.
It looks like Nukes is just doing the old button mash tactic, not timing it with the head turns. That can work pretty well with the Bigoran sword. Often you will miss the one cycle with Master Sword doing it that way. But she should have the 2 cycle here. Yep. So not too bad.
Nope.
Again, if it's me, it's real easy to be at this point of the game where no one's finished and the nerves start coming to play where you're like, come on, it's 3 hours, 10 minutes in. They have to be close, right?
Yeah. It's certainly a tough one, although you do feel good knowing that you didn't do GTC or Deku. So that's gotta be a feather in your cap.
Mm-hmm.
Zemoo checking Darunia's Joy. Another one of those places that we thought maybe had the letter. Actually, technically, Zemoo can go check that. Oh no, never mind. You can't get into DMs. You can't get into DMC as a kid.
I mean, he could climb up the hard way outside.
Yeah, that's right. As a scrub.
I doubt we would see that play from him. As August points out there, check out the SpeedGaming.org schedule. A lot of great races still to come this week, including much more Ocarina of Time randomizers as we finish up the group stages and approach the brackets.
That's right. All right, Nuke here, about to finish.
Yep. Get your GGs in the chat as Nukes takes the win here, moving her to 2-2.
And time.
Yeah, nice 3:12. Looked like 03:04-ish. Well played. And I think we'll see if we can get the runners in here for interview shortly. Nukes posting in the chat. Lucky with the Rudos. I wouldn't call it lucky. But get in here, come on. Let's have a nice interview, huh? But that was the big end point. Searching for that letter.
That's right. The letter was completely unhinted. Most of the other items in the seed were hinted, but that letter was certainly.
Yeah, the See, it certainly led you down a pretty good path for most of what you needed. Then the letter came along and said, "Not so fast."
Hello,
That's
hello.
right. Hello.
Welcome. Congratulations, Nukes, on your win.
Thank you, thank you.
2 and 2 has to feel pretty good about making the group the brackets.
Yes. I felt that was my last race, and I knew I needed to win that one. So a lot of high pressure there, but we did it.
Yeah, tell me, what were your thoughts running through this one? I know you were grabbing a lot of hints early, getting the knowledge. You chose to skip Deku Tree, go adult. What were you thinking?
Yeah, that was, early on, that was definitely, as you saw, I was trying to route in a lot of hints because I know how powerful hints can be in a race setting. Wanted to make sure I could get as many as possible. I was like looking at what items I needed and how many Way of the Heroes I had, and I figured, why not take the risk, skip Deku, light medallions not valuable. And I got very lucky that nothing ended up being in there. I know when I was looking for Rudo's letter, there was a lot of going in my head that it's very, it could have been in Deku Tree, and if it was, I definitely thought I was just screwed at that moment, but I got very lucky.
Yeah, for sure. It was one of the big points in the race. You chose go adult. Zemoo, in fact, did choose to do the Deku Tree. It only netted him a slingshot, so
Okay.
yeah, it didn't pay out at all. But I can't blame him for doing the easy checks in there.
Oh no, yeah, that's all those Spear Zero checks. That was risky on my part not to go in there. So
Yeah, a little risky, but at the same time, you were following the hints. You were following the logic that the seed, pretty nicely laid out for you. It turned out we needed to beat Forest there for Lullaby, and we didn't entirely need Requiem, but the way it lined up, it was, reasonable to just grab.
Yeah, especially when you don't know that key logic in the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, the key logic, and then a double Way of the Hero, a little scary there too.
Yes. I was really thinking that I'd have to go Child Spirit, but ended up not happening.
Yeah, for sure. And what were your thoughts there going into Ganon's? I know you sort of made the play for golds at one point, but you were a key short.
To me, if I open up Ganon's before I'm done with like my items, I figured it's good idea to go and check. There's a decent number of checks in there, a lot of them pretty quick. But I miscounted my keys and didn't wanted to go in there with the golds, and I knew going in there without the golds was not the best choice, and it ended up thankfully working out for me. But I could have very well had seen the other flip of the coin where it was locked behind those golds. So you never know with Rando.
Yeah, you never know. And Zemoo, thanks for joining us. Tough race here. You played it pretty well for the most part. A lot of your plays just, Gerudo Training Grounds, Deku Tree didn't quite pay out. And I guess the big thing we're wondering is, did you see the Death Mountain crater wave the hero hint, or perhaps misread it? Because we saw you were looking for long shot at the end.
Yeah, I saw it. I think it was a Pona song, and that's why I went out to GTG, and then there was nothing there. Did I forget to go back and do something? Because that would explain a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Death Mountain Crater is the grotto up there has the
The
long
boulder.
I could have sworn I went there, but
Yeah, we were thinking
decided-
you walked by it and must have thought you checked it. It's just really unfortunate that that one thing happened to be your long shot, kind of what put you in a hole here.
Yeah, because I went up there to get the Death Mountain, like the boomerang.
Hmm.
So I knew I was like, that was one check I could do at Death Mountain Trail that wasn't storms locked, and I was hoping it was that, and it was, and I was like, yes. And I just kind of went from there, and I never went back. So I guess I just ran by it. Huh.
Yeah, that was probably the big point, that, and the fact that, again, Deku Tree, Gerudo Training Grounds could have very easily had, any of the things we needed. We needed so much in this seed that I can't blame you for checking those spots. And rando gonna rando. Unfortunate for you that they just came up empty this time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think what I caught at the end there, I think Zemoo made some really good routing decisions. And I think the whole time I'd honestly, depending on where those items had been, could have been either of us. So
Yeah, like
GG
we were talking,
for sure. It's
we
rando's
were
gonna rando.
we were for sure talking at the end about the Rudo's letter saying, man, Nukes has this lead over him, but she hasn't checked a few of these spots, and if this letter is in an awkward spot, she's certainly going to go back and waste time on them. But it turns out it was just in Ganon's castle, as we thought it might be. But again, a well-fought race between the two of you. Glad to have you both running in this. Very fun to watch. Hope everyone out there goes out and throws a follow to both of them. And do either of you have maybe any other thoughts on this one or moving forward?
No, I think that's kind of covers it. But yeah, thank you guys for commentating. Zemoo, thank you for the game. And everyone else this week. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. Thanks for the game. Good games. And thank you for running this event, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thank you to both of you. Thanks, everyone watching. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for us on the Ocarina of Time Rando.
Yep. If you want to check out the next rando, I believe it will be tomorrow at 6:20 on SpeedGaming 2. So anyone want to check out the next Ocarina of Time at the SpeedGaming group stage, that will be Dylan Meeble versus Gavaroni. So and of course, you can watch all of the other great speed gaming content for the rest of the week.
Yeah, and later tonight on Speed Gaming 1, it looks like Zelda 1 Rando coming up in just a little bit, 11:15, I believe. So, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll catch you later.
Thank you. See ya.